Chess Club versus Charlotte Chess Club match. And it's off to a bit of a slow start. There's been a technical glitch, and I'm not sure that the match has started yet, but
probably just a few more minutes here. And I'm Nick DeFermian. This is Paul Whitehead. We're here in downtown San Francisco.
Okay. Finally, we're on. Okay, yeah. This is a historic match. It hasn't quite, there's been a few technical glitches. And we have 12 boards divided into different categories, rating categories. There's the under 2400 category. It's a rapid match, 15 minutes aside. Each player is going to have black and white. We've also got commenting on the Charlotte side is Grandmaster Nick. We have Nick Fermian, and they have Daniel Naroditsky.
So, but the match, it's different rating levels. We've got 2 players in the 2200 to 2400 for the Mechanics Institute. It's Eric Lee and Ruyan Yan against, in Charlotte, Peter Giannatos,
I guess.
Giannatos, and Karthik Rangarajan.
And then in the expert category, under 2200, it's Walter and Clemons for the mechanics team versus Dominique Myers and Vishnu Vanapali. Everybody's got their moniker, their online moniker for the rapid game. Like Walter is Flights of Fancy and so on and so forth. Anyway, in the under 2000, Guy Argo and Eiko Hidari are playing for the mechanics versus Alex Velasquez and Andrew Chen. And under 1800, it's Jaden Zhu versus Garrett Browning, and Cesar Tamandong for the mechanics versus David Cogswell. And under 1600, Alejandro Canales for the mechanics versus Enzo Rastelli for the Charlotte Chess Club. Valerie Jade for the mechanics, also in this category, versus Jeffrey Pranito. And under 1400, we have the one and only Joseph Roberts versus Bradley. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name.
Joe Perry.
And we have Peter Rushton also in the under 1400 for the mechanics versus Kalpati Gundumala. All right, and we're about to get signed on here. We're just wanting you guys to blunder some pawns so we can declare victory, right?
Yeah, well, a friendly match. Blundering 1 or 2 pawns would be appreciated.
Yeah. And we've got the games. The games are underway, and we're going to provide some Grandmaster commentary. Charlotte, you guys have Daniel Naroditsky, and we have Nick DeFermian, 3-time U.S. champion. His commentary is the best. And
now, Chapter 11 from Charlotte stands by their guys. All right. Well, I admire that. That's
and we've got Jim Eade from the Eade Foundation, who was here last night with us, saying that it was better. The broadcast was better last night. Well, you can find us on YouTube. You can watch that. Jim Eade is author of Chess for Dummies, and so he knows what he's talking about.
All right. Well, the games are
Can
underway.
we look at the games? We're waiting for Juan Sendejas here, our Maestro technical advisor, to help us get through the next moments. 12 games are underway here, and we're about to look at them as soon as we're set up, and we're getting there. We'll get there. In the meantime, we shouldn't worry about whether we can do that or not. What? Okay. All right.
Bear with us, just
Bear with
some
us.
minor technical difficulties for a
Okay,
minute
yeah.
here. But we'll have it soon straightened out.
So if you're in Charlotte, visit the Charlotte Chess Club, and if you're in San Francisco, visit the San Francisco Chess Club. Here at the Mechanics Institute, I can call it the San Francisco Chess Club, even though that's not the name of it. It's Mechanics. It's basically the only chess club in San Francisco outside of your junior high school chess team, chess club. The oldest chess club in the United States. Come down and pay us a visit. And are we just about ready to start looking at these games? Almost.
This is one of them.
Right.
Yeah, Peter Giannatos against Eric Lee, which transposed to like a Queen's Gambit accepted Nimzo Indian.
Where they're not. You need to go over there, right, to cast it over here. No.
Yeah, but I need to choose the games so you can watch it.
But can I choose them?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, okay, so here is, I see. Here.
Okay, good. Yeah, you got it right here. Okay.
Okay.
Keep choosing them.
I've got Whipkins. We're having technical difficulties, folks. So just hold on, hold your horses here. Maybe Nick and I can entertain you with a song and dance routine, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so yes, we're starting having these online matches again. Of course, there's the Pro Chess League, but now the clubs are starting to do this. The Marshall Chess Club, our Mechanics Institute in Charlotte has joined in, but it's a little bit new, so just in the beginning, there's a bit of rough edges here.
We've got, we're getting all the games up here. All right, that's, oh, you, okay. Just click them one at a time, right? Here, let me try it. Let me try this.
Click here and then select the game. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, see, okay,
Good.
yeah, I'll just keep doing it. And there's another one, and I got it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, we're getting there, folks. All right, now, Cass, let's start looking at some chess, folks. Nick and I are raring to go.
Okay, setting up the boards,
Setting
got
up the
just
boards.
about all of them. 7, 8.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got all the boards. All right, we're going to start looking at some chess, folks. I told you so.
Okay, very good.
First click.
Yeah, no, you went the other way, yeah. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Yes, all right, folks. The first game we're going to look at is the top board.
Yeah, start at the top. Eric
We're gonna
Lee against
okay.
Pierre Giannatos.
And that is, we have Giannatos for the Charlotte chess team. I'm going to wait until I see the actual game on our Twitch stream here. before I start talking about a game that you're not seeing yet. Right?
Yeah, I need.
So far, the games are in progress, and there's been no decisive results yet.
Well,
So,
that's good. Now, these are 15 minutes each.
15 minutes each. Yeah.
And, well, look at that. We're already behind on time on board one. We can at least tell you the time. So Peter Giannatos has 12 minutes and 10 seconds left, where our Eric Lee with black, he's not quite as sure of the opening and down to 8 minutes. Oh, we got thumbs up from our technical girl.
Finally!
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So, Nick,
Position is live.
we are. This is the game Giannatis versus Eric Lee, who is black. We are rooting for black in this position.
If you're from San Francisco, you're rooting for black. You know. We don't expect Chapter 11 to be joining us.
Okay.
But this position's dangerous. White's, if White can get the setup, Queen to D3, Rook on A to D1, and Bishop to B1, it's a dangerous attacking setup. I'm not sure H6, Bishop H4 was so good for black.
All right. Well, let's move on. Let's really just move around here. Board 2.
That's
is-
board 3, I believe. Flights
Oh,
of
you're
Fancy.
right. Okay, I'm going to go to board 2. Sorry.
Okay, board 2 is this classic, looks like a Knight Orff, Bishop E2 variation. Black exchange the pawn E5 for
Now,
F4.
we're rooting for White here, right? White is Ruyang Yan from. She's 12 years old, and we're rooting for her.
Against Karthik Rangarajan. And yes, all right, it's roughly equal. White's trying to get a little edge in the center. But the next board is already exploded.
Oh my gosh! Look at this.
Can we go back a few
Yeah,
moves?
I guess we can. I'm not sure exactly how you do that.
We're going to go from the
Yeah.
start here. This was a
Thank you, Nick.
okay. It's like an English attack in the Sicilian, whose white is Dominic Myers. Flights of Fancy is black.
That's Michael Walder. He's we're rooting for black here.
And this is a very aggressive play by white, throwing those pawns up on the king side.
Shout out to Daniel Nyaraditsky, who's also commenting on this.
So see Dominic Myers just Queen H5 and doesn't.
Okay, so B4. Okay, White slowed down a little bit there.
Stopping pawn to B4, which would undermine the support of the E4 pawn when the knight moves. G6, sort of risky
Michael
move.
Walder is not afraid
Threatening
to get
check.
mated.
Now
Oh,
pawn
no.
to E5. So, ooh, what a position, folks. This is
Blood on the chessboard.
yes, blood on the tracks. Okay, pawn threatens E5, but pawn to F5 threatens pawn to F6 and
What does
end
black have in?
of the world.
All right. So what does black do?
Super sharp game.
He allows
Okay,
F6.
now white.
Knight can go to E6 to
The-
defend G7.
The knight can go to E6. This is okay. Mike Wilder, Flights of Fancy, needs to have calculated this exactly because he is on playing on the edge here. Queen G7 mate threatened, the only move. Well, okay, Bishop F6. He could have delayed it with Knight E6.
I'm not sure. Maybe there was a reason that he wanted to take there first.
The problem is now Knight to
D5.
D5 will
And that was that played?
this is played. Now it looks to me like black has made a mistake in this game. That it's just not working. Because
I see what you mean. I mean, bishop d5, e d5, and if the knight moves, queen g7 mate.
So
you
probably he doesn't want to take the knight on d5, but knight e7 check wins at least the exchange. So black is in trouble in this game. As he doesn't care. He's ready to sacrifice the exchange.
Wants to play queen a2, maybe.
Yeah, so go for a counterattack because you're in trouble. And if I were white, you know, there's probably no rush. You're not even down material. So this is a tough game for black. He just stops that. Rook to b8. Okay.
Well, black's not giving an inch. She doesn't want to even give up the exchange now at this point.
Yes, but
So-
h4 threatening bishop to h3, threatening h5. So we can say black is in trouble in this game.
Yes,
I think
I agree. Bishop c6, now knight e7.
check, and now bishop h3. But
Black looks to me like he's been getting kicked around this game.
yeah, this is
You can
trouble.
probably I hope he can't hear us in the other room. That's
Alright.
Michael Walder above us there.
Okay.
Rook
He
G8.
defends. That's very good. Don't worry about the exchange.
Right, sure.
But
Let's keep rolling. What white play he took?
took,
keep
and now
going.
if queen takes bishop, then knight takes c6. So he had to take with the pawn, but oh, it's tough, folks. This has to take with the rook to stop mate, but f7.
And white won by let's see, what
he-
f7. Okay.
That was the end of that game. Okay.
Okay, let's look at the next game. I think
So
they're
many
already
games.
starting their second game, or maybe not yet. But here is our fourth board where we have white, we meaning the Mechanics Institute Chess Club, versus Vishnu Venapali, expert chess players. So how's
Yeah,
this
board
game
board
looking?
4, it looks about even. It's an end game. Nobody's up anything.
Okay.
Let's take a quick view of the other games.
Yeah, let's keep rolling here.
Okay.
You spin.
Black on board 5.
This is our guy Argo. Yeah. He's black. He seems to have a nice double-edged position here.
Yes,
Yeah.
the pawn on g5, it doesn't hurt because those knights on the king side,
Both players
they're
have
aggressive.
6 minutes left. All right, let's move on. This is Aiko, our guy, Aiko versus Andrew Chen.
Oh, it looks like we get the point back
We're
here.
doing really good on this board, that's
We
for
will-
sure. And
well,
we're ahead on time as well.
Up a
so-
queen for a rook, this one is over.
This one's
Let's
over.
go back to where the action happened. It was this position. Okay, rook e7. Oops, king to f8 falling for rook takes, queen takes, bishop f6 check, and knight d5 discovering on the queen.
Simple combination.
So
Nicely done, Aiko. All right, let's move on then to
match is looking pretty even.
our board 6, right?
Okay.
Or maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 7. Jaden Zhu is our guy.
Who
and-
has the black side against Garrett Browning,
Now this is
Mr.
another
Fighter.
interesting attacking game here. You want to go back to the beginning?
Okay, there it's 2 pieces for a rook. In a Sicilian defense, Grand Prix attack.
I'm just learning how this works. No, that's not true. Okay, so what do you know? Queen c7 is a little slow.
That's
I
a
would
little
say.
strange, but
Yeah.
okay. Black advances on the queen side, white heads for the king side, queen h4, and white just charges ahead with f5.
We don't want white to charge too quickly, though. Black is risking a lot here. White's
So-
pieces are dangerously.
So yeah, looks very dangerous
All
here.
right, Nick, I'll let you
Threatening
take over the
checkmate,
button of the.
sacrificing 2 pieces for a rook, and check. So,
King F6 is an. I
That's-
would have preferred King G8.
That's just an eccentric
Piano
move.
wizard. Okay,
Bishop
Jaden is playing with fire here.
Oops, no, it's Jaden. King should not have gone up there. Okay, so
White still has to deliver the knockout blow.
yeah, this
but
doesn't look
it
good.
looks
Pawn
like
takes F5. Looks like it's going to be a
Yikes.
strong move.
All right, we had Aiko did win on back on board 6,
Yeah.
I think. So
Let's go through all the others. Quick
yeah,
view.
go for it.
Someone's.
This is Cogswell Caps playing is for the Charlotte team is
White is Caesar Tamandong for the Mechanics Institute. Black is David Cogswell for Charlotte. And now,
White
Black-
might be in some trouble here because of the threat of Queen F2 check.
yeah, this is
Not looking good.
White has a queen, but down there, but the Black King is safe, and the Knight and Black Queen are threatening to deliver mate. This one looks over. It was here, Knight threatening check, H5, Queen.
Maybe H4 wasn't okay. Black won that game.
All right, so now that's from the games we've counted. Charlotte is in the lead by 1 game.
And we have a kind of an even-looking bishops of opposite color pawn position. Oh, that's Carlson calling me. Sorry, I can't talk Magnus right now.
So this is a piano is
A piano.
Enzo Restelli for Charlotte has the white side of this game, and Alejandro Canales has black side, the Mechanics Institute.
Black is doing well
2,
here.
4, 5, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, Black
Folks
is up a
just
pawn.
Counting.
Holding a
Advantage to
nice-
black.
Yep.
1 minute down on the clock.
Okay. Let's move on here. This is board. This is Valerie Jade for the Mechanics Institute playing white versus Jeffrey Prayanito playing black. This looks like it
Okay.
might not be going well for us. here.
Yes, this
There's some pins going on here.
white can trade on D2.
Black, you mean?
Black can trade queens on D2, take the bishop on C5, and there's some
And
loose
that-
stuff on
so-
C3,
Yeah.
and
This is looking critical for and that seems to lose a piece.
well, yeah, loses at
rook's-
least 2
yeah.
pieces for a rook.
Yeah. 2 pieces
rook,
for a rook.
rook to C2, and
Maybe then B4, pawn to B4.
yes, that would win a
Ooh.
piece.
Yeah.
So black
Yeah.
is
trouble.
ahead in this game, but 3 minutes left.
Anything's possible. Let's move on.
They must be on the second game, so
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened in the first game here. Is there a way for us to find out the status of the match? I'm not sure.
when
Should click here.
I'm gonna look. Everybody. It's 3-2 for the Charlotte Chess Club, the Charlotte Chess Center. I'm gonna refer them to as the Charlotte Chess Center. It's 3-2 in the Charlotte Chess Center's favor.
let's
right
go
now.
back to the top boards of the match.
Can we look just one quick look at the bottom board, which is in its second game, I think.
Yes, that's the second game.
Yeah.
So
And we are
Peter Rushton
black in this
against
game.
Chalpati Gundamala.
Peter Russian is a student of mine, so I'm rooting for him. But of course, I'm rooting for. Looks like a little trouble for black here, though, after Queen D4, Bishop G5.
I think your student lost a pawn with that.
Yeah.
move,
All right.
but
We're back up on board 1, and White is playing a sacrificial continuation here. Look at this.
we can go back a couple moves.
Yeah.
just
Let's go back
go
a
ahead.
few moves.
So
No,
this was Okay, black did the free maneuver knight d5, takes the knight, takes the bishop, still even, back. Bishop
Ganging up
move
on
back,
e6.
and rook takes e6. So if pawn takes e6, knight takes e6, on the queen would be, or even now bishop takes e6. You'd have rook f7. So
Even that would be crazily be possible. You could take on f7, play queen b3 check, and the black king is like, that's almost nowhere to go.
But Eric Lee just replied, take the d4 pawn.
That's
A
sensible.
pawn for a pawn,
Right.
eye for an
I
eye,
like it.
pawn for
I
a
like
pawn.
it. It's a fighting move.
Trade, and queen h5. So everything is even here. But you know what? Those black bishops look pretty nice, if you ask me. Just don't get checkmated. So maybe a move like queen to g5.
That's what he played, Nick. It's as though you were, yeah.
And what is the time? So here it's looking good for Eric
2 minutes
Lee.
each. 2 minutes each.
Trade.
Well played by Eric.
Well, he could trade queens and play rook to e7.
And then we get bishops of opposite colors with the white rook on the 7th rank. But then the black rook can come down to c2.
c2. So maybe black is going to win a pawn in this. He's a bit better, but
Let's move on, shall we? To
Yes.
the board 2. And this is the current situation.
and in this, that's what the player with rights is.
Ruyang Yan for San Francisco
Our 12-year-old wonder girl.
versus Karthik Rangarajan, who outrates her by 100 points. Black is nominally better here, right? With the 2 bishops and,
Well, the bishop on c4 could be very nice, and
Yeah, I
if you
think-
trade those light squares, then actually white is better.
yeah, that's,
so.
okay.
It's
White seems to be doing fine after she moves the bishop to c4. I would say.
and you have to like it. Time is critical in these games.
And
With only
she has
15
more time.
minutes,
Yeah.
it's now becoming like
I'm liking this.
5-minute
I'm
game.
liking this. And the match is still 3-2 for the, apparently for the Charlotte chess team. And this game is moving along. All right, let's go to the board 3. This match was won, the first, we lost Flights of Fancy. Michael Walder got hammered in that game by Dominique Myers, I think. So Michael is looking for revenge here.
And what has he done? He's sacrificed a rook.
That's Michael Walder for you.
Yes, and all right, this is quite an attack, but you have to checkmate when you're a rook down. So that move.
Is it necessary even? Did White have a threat?
Well, it's
Yeah.
f4. It's
White is just playing on sheer gumption.
yes. I'm not sure about that pawn to f4. It's,
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound.
okay, but how are you
How many
breaking through? You
pounds?
can just go
How many
rook takes f5, and now you're
Michael.
down 2 pieces in a rook. So
All right, Michael. Let's see. The match now is Charlotte Chess Center 4, Mechanics Institute Chess Club 2. We had another win here, I think, by Guy Argo's opponent here. We need to recover here. And I don't think Michael Walder is doing his he runs into the corner with the rook to take the knight, but he's still down a rook.
okay, so some trouble there. Some trouble.
Disaster.
So we move on.
Yikes.
This is
Here, there's the games over there.
board number 4.
Yeah. This
And
is Christian Klemenz trying to regain some honor for himself after losing the first game here, and for the mechanics as well, who are now down 5-2.
okay, this looks like a solid Petrov's defense. So all's pretty even.
Okay.
we'll just see how this plays out. And move again to board 5. Okay, that's the second game hasn't started between Gallardo and...
Oh yeah, how about that? Something is there a technical glitch here? Maybe in this game here? I'm not sure. Or something.
I think they just haven't started yet.
And here we have Aiko, who is a hero of our first round. He won, and now he's black in this game versus Antan 13, who is Andrew Chan.
That's board 6 of the match in the 1800 to 2000 section.
Nope, there's still a lot going on here.
Here it looks like black is a bit better already. The knight on d5 can take the bishop on e3, and there's 2 good bishops.
Going for the 2 bishops, yeah. Oh, this definitely looks good. And black's ahead on time. Aiko is anchoring the team right now here. The score is 6-3 now for the Charlotte Chess Center. This game is white won, and we lost this game, and now they're on to their next game. So let's see. The score is 6-3, or 7-3 rather, for the Charlotte Chess Club.
So this is game Piano Wizard is Jaden Ju from the Mechanics Institute, and
Playing Mr. Pfister, who's
Mr. Pfister is Garrett Browning.
All right. Okay.
So Budapest defense.
Yeah. Shall we move on? Take a look and see what else is happening. Look at this exciting thing.
Okay, this is stuff going on. Whose move is it there? This is really exciting. The Coswell Cogs, who is
Playing for the wrong team. I mean the other team. David Cogswell.
has the white side against Caesar Tamandong, who is Caesar Cantu. Very interesting.
White needs to stop Bishop F5.
Yes, Bishop F5 is a powerful threat. There is a line, something like Queen to D1. Oh, well.
Queen to C2 is played. And
That's a nice calm move, just stopping Bishop F5.
And black needs to come up with something here.
Oh, B4 doesn't look right. That looks too slow. Something like Queen H2 or...
Pawn to G7.
Yes, that's...
Yeah.
The pawn to G7 threatening rook to H8 check looks extremely powerful.
Yikes.
Oops, well that just doesn't work. Sorry, you have to take the pawn.
This is going to be mate.
Yes,
I think.
that.
This is a certain checkmate here.
Well, he's
can't
trying to
even
stay
bear to
alive.
Rook F8 check.
Rook F8 check, King to E6. Run! You're
Maybe
in
white
big
will
trouble.
try to move the.
Oh, that's a good move
That's
because it
even
gives you
better.
Rook H7 check, King E7, Rook H7
Yeah.
check, and then mate
That
next
was
move.
the simple moves.
The end of the line for dear
Yikes.
Caesar there. So Charlotte is taking a lead, but look, the match has bounced back. The current score is 7 for Charlotte, 6 for the Mechanics
7-6 for the
Institute.
Mechanics. We have made some amazing. It's our top boards, I think, that are doing the job here.
Let's-
Yang won. Here,
Look at that.
versus.
Let's go back to this.
Yeah,
We
this-
had this where
This turned out to be dangerous for black, maybe.
the light squares, she was able to trade those bishops, knight to b4, and then attack the rook.
Some tactics. The young players are killer with tactics, Nick.
This young
Yeah.
Ru Yang is really good. The queen's running out of
Look at this,
squares.
Bishop D7.
Oops, that's
Rather
the
than
queen.
lose a rook, she loses a rook. Yeah.
Okay, with the queen ahead, that was easy for.
Wow, nicely done, Rui.
So, on the second board,
Taking down a master, a strong master and so that was our second board, and
that
let's
it's
see.
nice to have promising young.
and on our first
12-year-olds.
board, and we also won with our first board. Eric Lee won his first game. which I guess we can look at right now if we want to see how this game ended up, because I just figured out how to do that. So it was, this is relatively easy technically now
We
for
had-
black.
Okay,
So-
we had this position
Yeah, I
that we
wanna
had
see how
gotten
this-
to with the exchange in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pieces, and then
Right.
queen g5, we were at this point,
And
and
this is a-
just attacking f2 and
Nice.
b2. Oops, and that's a counterattack, but Black is up
some
a pawn.
Yeah, pawn.
check, and
There goes
takes
that
another
one.
pawn,
Just everything is coming off the board here, folks.
and cool defense,
And the pass and the F pawn.
check, check,
Nicely played.
and gets a queen, so wins a piece. And the only thing was, so that was an easy
Nicely
end game
done
win.
by Eric Lee there. And so our top boards are anchoring the team here. But the score is now 9-6 for the Charlotte Chess Club. So they've rebounded on some of these other boards.
Folks, this is a 12-game match, 2 games each between the players. So if someone gets to 12 and a half, they win the match.
You know your mathematics.
We are,
We're on the
we're behind 9-7, so the Mechanics Institute needs a bit of a comeback.
Let's start at the let's go to our bottom board right now, which is Peter Rushton, my student, and he got mated here. He lost both games to Gundumala Chopati. So congratulations for that to the shot. Also, we lost both games to one of our players, Cesar Tamandong, went out in a blaze of glory and lost both games to David Cogswell, and Michael Walder is in here, which means
Is
that
he still alive in the second?
he took
No.
Flights of Fancy, and Michael Walder lost.
I lost internet connection, so I started 4 minutes behind, and I tried like crazy and I forgot to throw an A3 in the opening, which is normal, and I was in a wretched
Okay.
position.
Okay.
First game was fun. But
So one internet connection was the cause of,
well, no, me playing too rapidly.
yes, well, when you lose 4 minutes, you desperately trying to get back on time.
Okay, so we got swept on a couple of the boards.
Yeah.
We got swept on 3 boards. On board 3 and on
Board 12.
12 and one of the other boards. So we're fighting. We're still fighting. The score's still 9-7. Maybe some of our players are a little out of form.
Well, it's a match.
And there was some other issues, internet issues, and we're not offering excuses. No way.
Not yet.
Judith, thank you for being there for us and helping us get this, to get this straight. You and Abel are doing an incredible job to arrange this match and to keep us on an even keel. Sometimes I feel like when things are flying away from us, that you are keeping things going here. So I want to thank you for that. This is an ongoing game here, huh?
So this is board 11 we're looking at,
And-
where the mechanics player Joseph Roberts has white Mojorobi, and he's playing against Bradley Gioperi.
And we're way ahead of on time in this position. What about position?
Now pawn to f6 is a very strong move. Unfortunately, there's bishop takes d5, which threatens checkmate.
So then queen d5.
Yes, you have to take that. No time for
Right.
taking the bishop on g7.
Exactly. That's too bad.
So if Agent Boris just takes on d5, he is okay.
Well, as long as he keeps thinking and thinking and thinking and then flags, that's also okay.
Okay, well, Agent Boris, you have heard our request. We
Yeah.
need a point or two at this point. Let's go up. Let's go up to.
This is board one now.
Oh,
Yeah, board one.
board one. This looks like it was a Chigorin's defense. The one where black gets 2 knights.
White gets the 2 bishops.
White gets the 2 bishops, but white's center is kind of restrained. Black has the development. In slow time control, you'd maybe like the white side, but black gets a lot of action in this position.
Okay, so the score is still 9-7. The players are hunkering down here in the final times of this match. Here is our other star player.
Rangarajan, are you going to?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No,
that's
they
not
haven't
that
started
game.
their second game yet.
Oh, they haven't.
Let's see.
They must have. Is it possible they haven't started? Oh no, here it is. There it is.
Okay. Well, was this a French defense? I think so. And pawns are all even. Endgame looks about even. That's not really a bad bishop on b5, so...
Well, she's doing her part. She won the first game and is relatively easily holding here in the second game. Let's look at board 4.
Board
for a
4,
minute.
Christian Klemenz against Vishnu Vanapali.
Yeah, and Christian is black here.
And
And there's been a rook exchange on e2.
there's Petrov's defense looking about even, very
Yeah.
solid.
Black can just take on b3 here, right? Or play
Sure.
knight a4 even, and knight b6 or something crazy like that.
All is quiet on the board 4 front.
All right, knight b3 was played. Okay, board 4 still up in the air. Let's look at board 5.
Board 5 is Guy Argo against Alex Velasquez.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
We're
What a...
doing quite okay in this game, I would say.
Well, Guy Argo has really pushed those pawns, you have to say, up on d6, e5, f4.
d3 check, but what this must be considered somewhat of a success for white here.
Okay, but the problem when you advance so far, you need to hold it. So knight d3 check, something like king e2, pawn to f6 to try to
Black
break,
has to do something.
break
Yeah.
open those that pawn wedge.
That pawn wedge is pretty something here. Yeah, black needs to play f6 ASAP. So it's still up in the air. Okay, we're still hanging in there.
Oh,
in
it's
this
white's
match.
move in this. Okay, very
Oh,
interesting.
white's move. So you could just strangle black with h6 and g5, right?
Actually, I would do that. Pawn to h6, knight checks, king moves up, bishop to h8, g5. Just
That's it. The
You
bishop
know,
will
bury
never
the
come back
bishop.
in the burying the bishop.
and all the black pawns are safe. So h6 is our recommendation, but we will see what Guy does. Sometimes you feel you need to open it up to attack.
It's
but-
still 9-7 the match, so we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there tough. Okay, so this is one of the games, one of our remaining games, and Aiko, our man Aiko here versus Andrew Chen.
Andrew Chen for Charlotte has the white side.
Well,
And-
black is doing very well here, I would guess, but
Pawns
it's
are
still-
even. That black bishop is very powerful. So a
black
definite
needs to try to scoop up something.
definite edge for the black side, but oh, and also the time edge. 6 minutes against 1. Excellent chances.
Rook b8, knight g4, now rook b2 maybe? And just keeping an eye, trying to take the a pawn?
Yes, something like rook b2.
White,
Excellent chances for black there.
yeah, okay. I like our chances. All right, let's go down to,
The score is still 9-7, folks.
yeah, let's go down to this game. And Rook B2 is played as though he could read our minds. Let's go to this game. We are,
This is board number 7, and white is Garrett Browning for Charlotte against Jaden Zhu at piano. Well, there's an extra piece for black. Some nice pawns for white, but looking really good for the black side there. No,
no, this is not Jaden Zhu.
I'm sorry.
This is,
What board are we on?
this is Alejandro Canales, white for San Francisco versus Enzo Rastelli, who is black for Charlotte.
Well, that was too bad. That was, I mean, it would have been nice if we had the extra piece, but okay, but
Yeah, white still has some potential here to upset
2, 4,
things.
5, yes. 1 pawn for a knight.
9-7, the score remains. Let's look at this game here, which is, this is Valerie Jade playing for San Francisco, and with black and white, and black is on move, and white is up a pawn. And
White is
with-
Jeffrey Pranito for Charlotte. And
Yikes, I don't like our chances here are kind of dim. Bishop d4. Bishop d4 looks strong.
yeah, some trouble.
Trouble for black. Bishop d4 is going to win a piece, Nick. I think. Because if bishop d6, bishop just takes on the...
Okay.
Black has a chance here with knight c6, maybe, but it doesn't look good either. Bishop d4 was a clean win of a piece.
Bishop b4, yes, would have taken black out. Still a tough situation for black.
All right, I'll try to remain optimistic. Finally, on our board 11, I think this is Joseph Roberts. Let's find the game here.
Against Bradley Joperi,
And
who is Agent
Black
Boris.
has made a huge leap forward. Black was maybe... White has lost a queen. Oh,
what happened here,
How
folks?
did White lose his queen?
This was okay. Bishop takes d5. So, losing the bishop. Rook f2 would have lost. Didn't take. Oh no. Rook take. Queen takes bishop.
takes
Rook takes
bishop.
f6. So
Okay.
bishop h4. But those light squares should compensate. Oh, what was that?
Oh, it was maybe a miss hit on the people are not everybody's used to playing an online chess, and possibly it was just
A
miss
mouse
hit,
slip
a
here.
mouse slip.
And I guess that's legitimate because they
Yeah,
just continued.
There's nothing that they can do, right? You can't take a move back.
So he keeps fighting a queen down. All right.
Oh, tragic for
Thank-
Joseph Roberts.
Thank you, Mojo Rovi. You keep our hopes alive.
All
It's
right,
still 9-7
back up to
for
board
the
one.
moment.
Back up to board 1. Let's take a look at this game where white is Eric Lee for the Mechanics Institute and black is Giannatos,
Peter Giannatos.
who's got a good game here, I must say. I mean, let's
So
just
that
face it.
that white bishop on e1 is really not doing much, and it's an endgame, so there's no attacking chances with the two
This
bishops.
is a triumph of black strategy, I
But
think.
okay, still pawns are even.
Right. Eric is a solid player,
It's
and if he can find a way to work his way out of this,
it's still
It's-
really about even.
okay. Thanks, Nick. Yeah.
So
you're
you know,
right. I
bishop
think you are
takes. You
right.
can do knight d2, bishop to c2. bring the king back to e2, go f3, e4. So roughly even chances in this
Interesting.
game.
Okay. Well. Okay. Great. And then on board 2.
This is our superstar here, who
Yeah. And let's see.
Ruyang
If I can
Yan.
find the game. Why am I'm not able to find the game here.
Can't go up there.
That's it. It appeared.
Oh, now, what happened? The pawns got straightened out. Didn't like
Maybe
that.
a rook got traded on c3.
Oh, she had a quite a decent endgame, but doubled on the file. Very good from Karthik Rangarajan. H4, pawn to f5, setting that pawn on a light square wasn't so
No, I
good.
don't approve. Yeah.
Trading and okay, so now white is actually doing pretty well in this endgame. Pawn a.
Black is playing an active defense, but it's maybe.
Yes, if that white
Yeah.
rook gets into the game.
She's a young player. She doesn't want to stay still, and I can understand that. And having an active style is good, but she's in some trouble here.
Yeah, she's a bit
Yeah.
worse in this endgame.
Yeah, for sure.
So the score is now 10-8 in favor of Charlotte here.
Okay, 10-8. So it's been blow for blow. Mojo lost the second game, so he finished even in his match.
Yeah, he was the one who did the mouse slip, losing his queen.
Yeah,
in one
otherwise
move.
we would have won this match.
Well, we could have been tied if he hadn't
Right.
slipped up
Okay,
with his
so
queen.
let's see how this game is. Clemons versus Christian Klemenz. Let me find your game, sir. Christian Klemenz, right here. And we're black here. White's got some space advantage, but black is solid. All right, so, and the time situation is slightly better for the San Francisco team in this game. I'm trying to put the most optimistic spin on it I can. Here is Guy Argo. This was the big clamp game.
Okay, so he didn't go for the burying the bishop. He wanted to keep things open to attack.
Right. And so far, White's,
Still better for white.
still better for White. Okay.
3 minutes and 50 seconds
Yeah,
each.
this is very, very tense. Let's look at, and black throws in knight d3 check. If the white king goes to b1, can black play bishop f3 and queen to g1?
It's possible, but
Yeah.
you can interpose the knight.
Yeah, that's true. The knight,
Okay.
right. A tense situation here in San Francisco where San Francisco is trying to fight back from
Yes, we've been under the deficit the whole time, folks. It's
Yeah.
a couple of early losses put us behind, and
we're still fighting in this game.
oh, I
This
like.
could be a draw now for White needs to get rid of that H pawn.
Get rid of the last pawn. Except it's
It's Black's move.
well, he's able to get the pawn on g3. So somehow can you play rook to g8
And G7.
and rook g
I
and
was trying to
g7?
dislodge the rook here, but
Yeah, he allows a knight e4 check.
right, 94 check, free of charge, as they say. Okay, yikes! But it could go anyway here. We've got how many games left remaining? There's 4 games left remaining, right? Just 4 games remaining in this match, and the score is now 10.5 to 8.5. So we need to
So I think 5 games left remaining.
5 games. Oh, there must be a game. Here we go. There's the other game up here. 5 games. All right, let's take a look at them one by one. Let's go up to this game here. So Eric Lee on board 1. Though that's still going on. Okay.
So you have the position from board 2.
This is the position from board 2.
Okay, which Karthik Rangarajan has white. That white king has trouble getting in on the queen side. The knight's better than the bishop, but it's hard to break through. So maybe that game will be a draw.
Okay. And the pawn at h5 could almost be a weakness, too.
If the knight runs away,
Yeah.
it's a target for the bishop. So
chances
we-
are maybe some balance here.
probably a draw in that game.
All right, let's look at board 1 here.
Okay, that those knights have been aggressive, but if the position opens up, those bishops can come to life.
Yeah, it's 10.5 to 8. Oh, it's 11.5 to 8.5.
Oops, we somehow lost a game. Which one was that?
I'm not sure. It might have been the.
Well, let's
Yeah, I'm
Let's
not sure which game just finished there, but.
let's continue on the boards, and we'll be able to see.
Okay.
This game's still completely up in the air. Oh, Charlotte has won another.
Charlotte won another game. Oh,
They now
no.
have 12.5 point. Congratulations to
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Congratulations.
It's,
Yeah, okay, Jaden. Yeah.
what
We're
we
trying to pull out. Oh, can white win a pawn here with takes? Pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn check, and king takes knight.
yes, this is which board is this
is
one?
at board 1. Eric Lee.
Eric Lee. Okay, yes, maybe that's a pawn.
All right, we'll go to board 2, and white's brought this king all the way over to the king's side.
All right, as long as white doesn't try anything, he can't lose, but looks like it's just a draw.
And white is behind on time here as well. So, okay.
So we'll try to make this respectable by
And this is
getting closer. To even.
this is Jaden's game. No, it's not. E piano.
This is
These names can confuse me.
this is Enzo
Ah.
Restelli with the black side for
Right.
Charlotte
And-
against Alejandro Canales for the white side, and it's
Mechanics is desperately trying to defend this one, folks, and
I think
it's gonna
hoping
take a miracle.
we will hope for stalemate in this
Yeah,
game.
we're
We're
gonna-
not above that, folks.
All right, we're hoping for stalemate. Meanwhile, board 1. Let's go back to board 1.
The bishops have taken over in this game. We'll just go back.
And
Suddenly, bishop
came into
a4,
A4, the
and
knight's
black is under pressure, and trades and wins a pawn. And you know what? Knights don't like those rook pawns.
This looks like a win for
So
white.
this is really a terrible situation for the black side. E4 check.
Yeah, that's a good move, I think. That's a very good move.
Well, it's I would have gone a little slower with bishop g7. This trades off a lot of pawns. You can't take the
Can't take on F4.
F4
You're
pawn.
right, though, but this needed to be calculated very exactly for it to work.
although sometimes when you have 2 minutes left, you just have to play.
So knight d5.
Knight d5, push that a pawn. Good, yes.
Wasting no time here.
Yeah, so excellent chances to win this.
Yeah. It would be a feather in Eric Lee's cap to win both these games, for sure. This game has boiled down even more, and I'd say,
Oh, there's a shot. There's a shot, and she has lost a pawn. And how do you defend? Well, you have to go pawn to
Yikes.
b5. It's
oh, that's That's an unfortunate oversight.
Yes, she did that, but the game's not over, folks. Now that bishop is not a bad bishop, so still chances to defend this. On 38 seconds, bishop to d3, and what do? Pawn to d5 is double-edged. You know what? That knight's not so great.
Mm-hmm.
The king can come to e7 to d7. That white king.
Who's the international master playing for the? Is it?
We don't have an international master on our team.
And I don't think that they do
No,
either.
we have national masters, FIDE masters. For Charlotte, Peter Giannatos is a FIDE master. We have 3 national masters on the mechanics team, and Charlotte has 2 national masters along with their FIDE master.
This,
Okay.
Oh, that helps black a little bit.
Yes.
Pawns are getting boiled down.
23 seconds to try to win that game. All right. It's
If I was white, I'd play this for a long time. But
yes, it's probably technically winning for white, but can you do it in 23 seconds? The knights will come somehow to g6 check, push the king over, the white king comes over.
Yeah.
So it's a win, but can you win in time?
Right.
That'll be exciting. There are 3 games left.
Yeah. Let's actually 2. I think. Yeah. Just 2 games left, folks. Let's take a look at this one here. This is also not going well for the white team, the white side rather,
Well,
and
it's
San
winning.
Francisco team.
It's winning for the black side, but how much time is left?
And this is still.
Well, it's 20 seconds left, but you can win on increment is the problem.
Right.
So this is and d5. Yeah, that should do it, folks. There's
Winning another pawn.
winning another pawn, and that's
And now it's going to be
e7.
knight delivering a check from some square.
Yes, knight e6 is going to win the game.
Well,
Well,
no,
actually, no.
96 would not win the
You
game.
trade and play pawn to b4.
and a miracle
c4,
of it.
b3, c5, b2. Yeah. So there's
There's
some
still a
cheap
couple-
hopes there.
Cheap hopes, yeah.
But knight to d5 or g5. Yes, she is lost.
Ah, this is a great tragedy here. Nick, we're going to have to get you to play for us next time.
Well, I think our players were getting used to this. These matches are new. We had a couple of technical difficulties. One of our players lost 4 minutes on the clock, kind of rushed trying to.
Yeah.
So
Knight h5 and knight g7 here.
yes, that'll be mate.
Yikes.
That's
There's no way to prevent. Oh, but knight g6 is played. Interesting that there was mate in 2 there, and not seen.
it's hard to get a stalemate though because white doesn't have to take that bishop.
You can
Bishop
definitely
d5.
learn a lot from losing.
Yeah, maybe take on e6 and then pawn to b4.
This is the last game remaining. I guess the score is
13-10 for Charlotte.
13-10 Charlotte at this point.
And we have 1 game remaining, which is either a win, very likely a win, or draw for.
And we see the final game winding up here.
Okay, just trying for a stalemate. All right, down to 1 pawn, but knows how to win a king and pawn ending. And the
Yeah,
pawns-
congratulations to Charlotte. Thanks for watching, Stair Mistress, and Starry, and what a historic match. Congratulations to all the players.
Yes, congratulations.
Amazing.
All the players, they like these team events.
Yeah, we're going to have more of these. A great match.
Final result 14-10 for Charlotte.
That's a pretty convincing win. They got us on almost all the boards. Eric Lee was the hero of the event for us on our top board, winning both his games.
Yeah.
Do you have a microphone?
I'll be right there.
Yeah, we're going to get a quick word in edgewise with Chess Room Director Abel Talamantes in a minute here. An interesting event. We got off to a little bit of a slow start, which didn't seem to throw the players as much as it threw the commentator here.
I'll jump in real quick.
Yeah, Abel.
Abel Talamantes, the chess club director for the Mechanics Institute.
And the instigator, one of the instigators of this whole thing.
Yeah, and actually,
Final words.
Yeah, final words. Judith was amazing. She's sick. She's home, but she got all the players organized and set the match and everything. It was great.
By the seat of.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but it all came together, and great job of the commentary, Juan over there, and great job of the players. The players they were fighting hard, they were playing hard.
And I hear them in there laughing and having fun.
Yeah, no, everyone had a good
We can
time.
see that.
Obviously, we're a little disappointed in the loss, but like, everyone's having fun. Everyone had a good time. Eric Lee was just a monster for us on board one, winning 2-0. And we actually lost one game because of a misclick on a mouse.
We saw that.
Yeah, and that was Joseph Roberts. And then, so I mean,
It was.
we had internet issues. I was hot spotting people, and but
They're fantastic.
congratulations to Charlotte. They played a great match. They took it down, and we're gonna take a group photo and sign some releases so we can brag about this in Chess Life and other areas. So,
But this was
Fantastic.
just the second match we've had. Things will get smoother.
yeah, things get smoother, and I think we're looking to do an international match with an international club. So that's exciting. So yeah, we'll see what comes. I'm gonna get out there because there's people wanting to leave. So.
And team pick. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so as soon as you guys sign up, you guys gotta go out there too because you're part of the team.
Okay.
So-
All right. We'll do that. Okay. Shout out to everybody involved in this match. It's a historic match. The second match, first ever match between Charlotte and San Francisco. We hope to have more of them, and more chess matches. And tune in next Tuesday. For
yes,
round one of the Tuesday night marathon.
for Paul Whitehead and friends on the broadcast.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Thanks. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And shout out to Daniel Naroditsky, also on the other side of the country there.
Daniel, and to
Thank
the
you.
Charlotte Chess Club, congratulations. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.